Hey guys, welcome back to Andy's Dinosaur Reviews, and today we are going to take a look at a Godzilla figure. And this one is, as you can see, it is Godzilla Earth, and this is by Bandai Spirits. So, it's a figure that I've never reviewed. It's a company that I've never actually reviewed on here, so that's something that's really cool, pretty historic for my channel, as we've never had any Bandai Spirits videos or reviews on here previously, so I'm pretty psyched to include this figure into the long line of different companies that I've reviewed here on the channel. But at first glance, I think the figure definitely looks really cool. I was actually kind of just stumbling around Big Bad Toy Store recently, and I stumbled upon this figure and thought it looked really cool, so it is here now for us to take a look at, and I definitely am quite excited. So let's go ahead and get a closer look at it right now. So starting up here at the head sculpt of this Godzilla, you can see that as far as the paint goes, it's kind of lazy, because they've really skimped out when it comes to Godzilla's mouth. You can see that there is no real paint or anything in there, no painting of the teeth or the tongue or anything like that. So as far as that goes, it is kind of lazily done, but the overall detailing as far as the head sculpt goes looks pretty nice. It kind of looks a little muted, but it's not bad at all. I definitely think it has a decent appearance to it. You can take note of some blue paint there for the eyes. It's just kind of like a little dot there. It looks a little better on this side. So you can definitely take note to the fact that the eyes are painted. But other than that, there's no real paint on the head at all. You've got the nostrils sculpted out up there. It does also have kind of like a glittery appearance to the head overall, but other than that, there's really not too much going on up there. As you start to lead down the neck, you can see all kinds of detailing starting to pop out, so it does definitely sport some really nice sculpt and detail as far as the very minute details go, the very fine detailing of the figure. You move down into the arm, you can get a good sense of the musculature of the arm, and you've got the hands there that appear to have a nice sculpt to those as well. Unfortunately, there are no nails or anything present as far as the paint goes, but it still looks pretty cool. Up here on the top, as far as Godzilla's spikes that run down along the spinal column of the animal, you can definitely see some really nice paint. It's all painted with a very nice kind of like a metallic blue, so it shines really cool in person. Definitely looks very nice, but you can also see that the actual detailing of the spines on Godzilla look really good the whole way down. I definitely quite like it, and the entire figure has a very striking appearance due to the beautiful metallic blue that is present up there on the back. As you come down into the body, you can again see some of the detailing of Godzilla all over the place. Down into the legs here, you've got some really nice muscle tone, beautifully sculpted out feet. Nails also have that kind of metallic blue type of an appearance to them. The entire body honestly has a very similar look to it, where it all kind of shines kind of like a metallic sort of a way. It has like a very glossy appearance to it, but it's like a black type of blue. It's really weird, definitely confusing to explain. And then the stomach has like a light, almost like a silverish type of a blue to it. So there is some decent color variation to the figure, and you can also see some of that silver kind of popping out all over the place in certain areas, like here in the neck, it's got that silverish type of a blue, and then down here on the legs and everything. And then here in like the midsection, you have just that, strictly that black color. But then when you come over to the stomach region, you can again see that metallic type of a blue, along with some really nice detailing in the stomach region. In fact, the entire way down the Godzilla, you can see on the underside, definitely has some really nice sculpt. The tail is extremely long. You can see it really runs the entire length out there. Definitely a very long tail on this Godzilla. And the blue on the spikes of Godzilla, the spines of Godzilla, runs all the way down until right about here, and then it just disappears, and it's strictly a black tail. I don't know why they didn't go that little extra bit there on the tail and just give them that blue appearance as well, but they chose not to. Regardless, I don't think it takes too much away from the figure. You can see that the actual sculpt and detail as far as the tail goes also looks really good. The entire way down the figure definitely has a very striking, very beautiful appearance to it, and I've never actually seen this version of Godzilla. I never actually watched the, I think it was from the Netflix special. I've never really been a huge fan of anime, so it was one thing that I have not watched as far as Godzilla goes, but I do intend on watching it very soon, just because I can't help myself. It's Godzilla, I really do want to see it. But this Godzilla figure specifically, probably not the best Godzilla Earth figure you're gonna find, but it's still pretty cool for what it is. As far as a size goes, when it comes to a length from that tail, which I said is quite long, about 14 inches or 36 centimeters from the tail to the head, and for a height about 6 inches or about 15 centimeters, maybe 15 and a half. So it's pretty much that same size range for the majority of Godzilla figures that are similar to this. For a size comparison, there is Mr. Papo T-Rex, the Attack Pack Colovosaurus, and Robert Muldoon, all next to this Godzilla, giving you a pretty good idea that this figure is definitely nicely sized, actually has quite a bit of size to it. And if it stands so tall next to the Papo Rex, you know it's not a small figure. For another size comparison, here it is next to one of the newer NECA Godzilla figures, and you can definitely now see, if you happen to have this figure or any of the Godzilla King of the Monsters NECA figures, that this figure is definitely pretty darn big, really. It really has some nice size to it, and an overall striking appearance due to the size, but also the really cool paint that's included. As far as articulation goes, we've got the arm here has articulation on both sides. The jaw is not articulated, but you kind of come to expect that when it comes to this kind of a figure. You also have articulation in the legs, which works quite smoothly on both sides. And then you have the tail on a swivel, and that is where the articulation ends. So as far as this Bandai Spirits Godzilla Earth figure goes, it's a really cool figure, honestly. It's not the best figure, like I said, of Godzilla Earth that you'll probably find out there, but it's definitely a really cool figure, and it's nice to see a Bandai Spirits Godzilla Earth figure in general. Really nice appearance to it as far as the sculpt work goes. It's of course nothing like you would see in comparison to a NECA figure, but regardless, it definitely has a very nice, very highly detailed appearance to it. Whether it be the skin texture of Godzilla or the really nice muscle tone, it's pretty much all there when it comes to the sculpt of the figure. I think the only thing we're really missing would probably be the fingernails. But aside from that, it does look really, really cool as far as the sculpt goes. As far as the paint goes, there's not too much included, but what is included definitely looks really nice. I wish they would have put some paint in the mouth of Godzilla. That's really, I think, the biggest downside to the figure. But aside from that, you can see that metallic blue on the back is really, really nice looking. Definitely has a beautiful, very striking appearance to it. And then the fact that they've kind of airbrushed in some sort of like a silverish metallic type of a blue in certain spots all over the Godzilla helps to give it an even more striking appearance. So the paint application isn't overly done, it's not incredible, but it's definitely nice enough to give the figure a really beautiful appearance overall. So I will link you guys in the description to where I picked this up on BigBadToyStore.com. I think it costs about $25 or something, somewhere in that region, but it's definitely a good price for a really nice looking figure. Again, you could pay that price and get a NECA Godzilla figure instead, but this is still a really good deal. In my opinion, it's definitely worth the price. So, again, check the description, head on over to BigBadToyStore.com and pick up this Godzilla Earth figure if you are interested. But before you do that, don't forget to please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next review. Thanks for watching.